Hey there, I am going to take you with me to work background. I'm working on a TV show today, so I can't say what the show is, but I will try to film some things along the way where I can, because they don't like us to film either. If you're wondering why I'm working background when I have lots of television credits and lots of national commercials under my belt, it's simple. It's like a temp job to me. It's the best way for me to, one, earn money pretty quickly because I'm union, so I get the highest rate, which is $2.24 for the day or $2.24 for 8 hours. You get overtime if you go over 8 hours. And then also it helps me to make my health insurance quota. I am at $16,000 for my health insurance, meaning I need to have just a little over $26,000 to be eligible to get my health insurance for next year. And I re-up in January. So it's the end of August. I am going to try to work as much background as I can to make up that 10 grand and hopefully book some principal roles as well. But nonetheless, that aside, I'm going to take you through my day as much as I can because we can't really film on set. But I might find some areas where I might film a little bit. But in the meantime, it's time for me to get ready. The call time is at 12:30. It's just a little after 9:36 or so. And the instruction is to come having had. And so what that means is production may have started earlier. They may have started at 7 or 9, which means they had breakfast already. So anybody who's coming after breakfast, you need to come having had your own breakfast so that you're not arriving hungry and grumpy and all the other stuff. Now, while they may have craft services there, you really want to have a good meal. At least I do. So I'm going to show you what I'm making for my day of working background on set because I don't want to feel heavy or lethargic. So I start with like a lot of protein and some vegetables and whatever. So let's get to it. So for breakfast, I have some leftover black beans. I have some Brussels sprouts that I'm going to cook, and I'll make 2 scrambled eggs. I also have some baked chicken. Maybe I'll make a little piece of bread for toast, have some tea, and I'll show you the finished product. Now I'm ready to take my green juice with my daily supplements, all vitamins. It's a lot, but I only take them once a day. So here we go. And if you're wondering how the greens taste, it tastes kind of like, what's it called? Like seaweed. Like kelp, but lightly, like a light kelp. Sorry. So today I'm playing an FBI task force agent, and basically it's just like business casual, suit jacket, slacks, women in dresses. I never bring dresses. I never want to have to be uncomfortable in a dress all day. I never bring a skirt, and I only bring things that are really comfortable. And just so a rule of thumb, for SAG-AFTRA members, they ask you to wear one outfit and bring one outfit. And if you're union, I think they ask you to wear one outfit and bring like 2 to 3 outfits. I'm not really sure. So I tend to fare on 3 outfits, mainly because I just want to wear my clothes. Because at the end of the day, what happens is if you have to wear the outfits or apparel of wardrobe, they will hold your voucher and you can't just leave at the end of the day. You have to wait, you have to go back to wardrobe, you have to change out of their clothes, give it back to them, and then get released, and then you go, while everybody who wore their own clothes, they're already halfway home. So I have 3 basic outfits that anytime I have to show up as this type of person, it's easy for me to go with. I always go with green. Let me get this together here. So I always go black slacks, green, green. Because most people are going to wear black. Most people are going to bring black items. So when I show up with green, the outlier, they usually say, oh, you're fine, wear your clothes. But what I will wear to set is this navy blazer, these long navy wide leg pants. They are not the same fabric. It doesn't matter because you're in the background. Nobody's gonna be paying attention to whether your blues match. It'll look like it on screen. And I have this silk blouse and I'll just wear that underneath and I'll show up like that. I'm choosing to wear this because this is the outfit that I would prefer to wear, because I like the fit of the pants, I like how long they are, I like the jacket, I like the blouse, it's nice and sheer, but also I can wear a certain pair of boots with them that go perfectly with this, and I'll show you that in a moment. I want to show you one more outfit. So to give one final offer, it's a casual cashmere twin set. This is a cashmere t-shirt, cashmere cardigan, and this can go over the navy wide leg pants or the black pants of the other outfit. And now I'll show you the shoes that I'm gonna bring, that I'm gonna wear. These are my blonde stoned navy suede boots. I love these boots, one, because they're so comfortable. I could just slip my foot in. They've got this little webbing on the side, and the shoe, the toe box is wide. So if I'm gonna be walking while doing background work, I need to be comfortable. And so I love this shoe. I'm so glad that I got them in navy. You'll see a lot of people on set wearing these, the gaffers, the grips. They usually wear these in like black or like a chocolate brown and leather, but I opted for suede and it was the best gift that I could get. And I didn't even buy these for background. I just wanted something that was different from black because I don't really wear black that often. And so the reason why I want to wear the navy suit is because this will go seamlessly with them, as opposed to the green suit. I don't really have black shoes. So I'll have to rely on them giving me something, and I don't want to do that, so I'm going to bring an option, and here's what I'm going to bring. I have these great work shoes. The heel is chunky, it's not high. This is a size 10, and it's kind of wide, so even though it's pointy-toed, they're very comfortable if I need to wear these all day. I prefer not to. They're not as comfortable as the boot, but if I have to wear a shoe, I'd rather wear my own. However, I will ask them to see what they have, because if they have something that's a little bit more comfortable, more of a wide toe shoe, then I'll wear their shoe. But at the same time, I don't want to wait at the end of the night to have to check out with them to leave. So I'll wear this shoe, and I'll keep a pair of socks with me just in case if I need to just slip on my socks while we're on a break or something. I'm not going to do any ironing. I am just going to mist this blouse with a little water, hang it up, and let the wrinkles fall out on their own, because I gotta go. Also, I do very lightweight hangers. I don't do plastic hangers. One, they kind of get heavy, but two, they're really bulky in the bag, and also they make the clothes wrinkle. They don't allow the clothing to lay nicely, and then you get, especially with sweaters, you get like this little stretched out knob here. So the type of hanger that I use is this kind. This elongates, it's curved, it's more like your shoulder, and that way it doesn't cause any disfigurement to the clothing. And you know what? I'll put a link to them in the description if you're interested. So now it's just time to pack up my clothes. I have this old Banana Republic carry-on. I think it's time for me to get another one, but right now it'll do. And then I just put those on in there, fold it in half to keep it from wrinkling. And then I'll show you my bag, my carry-on bag. Here's my carry-on. I did not buy this for background. It's just a tote bag that I needed many, many years ago, and I bought it from, I think it's Land's End. It's one of their everyday tote bags. I got it embroidered with my name on it, and it's big enough to carry so many things, and then this part flips out. So I'll put my shoes in. I've learned over the year, it's LL Bean, not Land's End, LL Bean. I always get the L's mixed up. I learned many years ago that this bag is great for garment bags. I give this another fold, and then I just put it on in there like that. And then I still have a bunch of room for my set bag. which is my iPad, my electric cables and things like that, my bottle of water, and then I'll have a crossbody, and you'll see all that at the end. Here's the finished look. I think I look like a FBI task force agent. What do you think? I'm ready to go. Let me tilt this down so you can see the shoes. Let's see if you can see the shoes. Those are the shoes. There I am. I'm ready to go. In my bag is my change of clothing with my garment bag. I always bring a bottle of water. I have my iPad in here. And this is my tech bag. Power bank, headphones, couple of wires to charge my devices. Keep it simple. And I've got my crossbody and my phone. And now I'm out of here. Let's see what I can film on set. I'm on my way to set. It is 11:54. I don't have to be there until 12:30. It's about 22 minutes away, but I like to arrive early so that I don't have to deal with an anxious belly. I've been to this set before. It's actually a set or a location that's used for many television shows, many crime shows, procedural shows, and all types of things. And it's actually interesting because the last time that I was here, which was the last commercial booking I had 2 years ago, or just a little over a year, was for Nationwide with Peyton Manning, where I was the principal acting opposite Peyton Manning. And so that's just like, you know, what it's like in Hollywood. One day you could be number 1, a week later you could be number 5, and in my case, a month later or almost 2 years later, I'm doing background. And that's why I don't allow this ideal of, oh, background is bad. I don't let that get into my head. I know what I'm here to do it for. There are people who are lifers as background people, and there's nothing wrong with that either, because, you know, being on set is actually really great. I think for most actors, we want to be on set. We want to be in the energy of the lights, camera, action, of the learning, of watching, you know, other actors go about their business of acting. But also, you know, one of the biggest, I would say, pros of doing background work is, for anyone, especially newer actors, is you get to learn how to work on a set, how to be on a set. And for older actors, sometimes we're away from the set for a very long time, and we get to be back on set, and it feels good. And it's like, for me, it's like a little charge to get back into gear, or put a little more pep in my step to get things going in my own personal principal world. I know that there's a lot of actors who just, no matter what, they're just jaded, they're mad, they're angry, they hate that they have to be there. They're trained actors and they shouldn't be here with background people, and oh, these background people. You know, I don't subscribe to any of that. One, it's like, this is what you chose to do. You're here today. You're making a couple of $100. You're being fed well, and you can actually get some work done in a downtime. So, you know, those people who, you know, are jaded or feel angry, I pretty much stay away from them when I'm on set. Actually, I'm an introvert anyway, so I pretty much stay away from most people, not because I hate people, but because, you know, I'm just in my own world, I'm in my own thoughts. Now, that's not all the time. Every once in a while, or actually quite often, I meet some really nice people who do background for, you know, regularly for a livelihood. And I learned so much from them. I learned how to take advantage of all the things that I didn't know existed in being a background actor. So there's that. So going back to, yes, 12:30 is my call time. I know that the place that I'm going has levels of parking, and usually because there's so many productions that are there, the parking is usually packed. And it's like you could be driving around, you could be driving down, so it could take you some time to get a parking spot. And so to assuage my anxiety, I like to arrive early. It looks like I'm going to arrive at 12:04, and that gives me a whole 26 minutes to get my parking, get in my space, and then walk to set wherever that is, because this soundstage, I guess we could call it, is not huge like a Warner Brothers lot, but you know, there are different ins and outs, and you have to go through security and things like that. So I just like to be early because I don't like to have anxiety, and I don't like to start my day with an anxious stomach, because it will take over for the rest of the day. Anyway, I'm excited to go, so I'll pick this back up once I get there and show you the place. So I'm here at the parking lot. Something that you want to look out for, at least in LA, is when you're looking for any production, where no matter what role you're playing, background or principal, is you see that yellow sign that says crew parking with the arrow? That tells you where you're going. That has a name on it. It usually will tell you in your directions what to look out for. And so this is where I'm going. Now, here's the thing. This gate, it's not open yet. 12:04, they'll probably come out and open it at some point, but now, you know, there's three of us actually sitting here waiting for the gate to be opened, and it's frustrating. Like, open up the gate. You know, you got background coming. Like, let us get settled. That aside, these are the things that can like really stress a new actor out, or just anybody who has, you know, high anxiety. It's like, what is happening? What is happening? So it's always important to read your directions very carefully. So in my directions, it says very specifically to park on the 5th Street or enter on the 5th Street entrance. That is what this is. And I know I'm in the right place. I'm wondering if these actors have worked here before and they know this, they're used to it, I don't know. But either way, I just know that I'm at the right place, and then I'll just wait until whatever time it takes them to come and let us in. So check back in soon. So here's why you have to have autonomy for yourself. Those two cars that were in front of me, I don't know how long they've been sitting there, but I sat out there for 20 minutes and it didn't look like that gate was opening. So I called Central Casting to see if I can get any information, but you know, trying to get through to a person on their call line is very difficult. And I was like, you know what? I'm not messing with Central. Let me call the actual studio. So I called LA Studios, punched in security, spoke with someone, let him know, hey, well, you know, we're here for the show. We're out here waiting at 5th Street. And he's like, oh, yes, sorry. Actually, go to 6th Street and they'll let you in. Sorry about that. And then I went over and I told the other people in their cars and let them know, hey, they said we can go into 5th Street. Let me go here. And 6th Street, excuse me. And so, you know what? I just took the first entry into a parking lot that I could, which was the next one, and that was Bixel Street. And you know, the guy there was very generous, and you know, we even cracked a joke or whatever, and he let me right in. So it's really important for you to, you know, do I turn right here? Yeah. You know, to have some autonomy. Operate as if you are an executive somewhere that shouldn't be kept waiting. Like, what's the holdup? You know, we don't have to be rude. But yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. And so now it is 12:28. And I am heading down to the level where I was instructed to park, which this is D. Oh, this is all reserved. Okay. And then now I get to park and not get that anxiety. See, the whole game is managing anxiety, because things can go left and throw you off your peace of mind before you know it. I think I'm gonna go right. That's it. Let me go park. Oh my goodness, I thought we were gonna have to be in holding outside, but they just brought us inside. Our scene's gonna take place inside. I am a sweaty mess, but I gotta go. Be back soon. Bye. All right, we just wrapped. It's like 7:15 and we are done for the day. Easy day, 12:30 to 7:30, you might as well say. And it was a very easy day, thank goodness. As we were leaving, they had like tamales, and I started to just get it, but the truth is I'm not even hungry. So I was like, let me just let it go. Wait, can I get out over here? Look at me trying to go someplace and this is not the right way. I just showed you, oh, I could get out over there. I just showed you how kind of desolate it is down here in this parking garage. So, you know, you got to be on your P's and Q's, just like keep a lookout and make sure that you're safe. So yeah, I just didn't do the tamales. Honestly, I am full from lunch. Let's see, what do I want to say? So what I wanted to say, something about advocating for yourself. I was given an FBI jacket, which is kind of made out of like neoprene or whatever the material that scuba gear is made out of. Did not breathe, was stiff. And as soon as I put that jacket on, I was already hot because we had lunch out in the sun, even though they had tarp, but it was warm out. And then I had some cake, which was a lot of sugar, and sugar gives me a rush of heat to my body. And then we went to set, and I could not stop sweating with that jacket on. And I knew if I kept the jacket on for the first take, I would be stuck wearing the jacket. So instead of me suffering through that, I mean, I was already, the silk blouse, note to self, maybe not wear a silk blouse in the summertime on a set. It was too hot. But I was so drenched, making sure I'm going the right way. I was so drenched, and I said, you know what? I can't keep this coat on. So I go over to the AD on set and I said, hey, do I need to wear this coat because I am drenched and I'm just going to get worse? And he's like, no. He's like, go ahead and take it off. And I was able to cool down. And so that's what I mean about advocating for yourself. When you know that you're about to suffer, you got to say something. I didn't always have the autonomy to say anything to people. I would just kind of like suffer through things, trying to be a good actor, trying not to, you know, ruffle any feathers, whatever. But, you know, the more that you do this, the more that you realize you really have to advocate for yourself, because everyone's so busy, they're not really paying attention to someone suffering unless you're like the main talent. And even then, you still have to advocate for yourself because you might have on shoes that hurt your feet and nobody knows. So that's it. Good news. We come back tomorrow. Let me make sure I'm doing the right exit. Yes. Okay. Where am I going? Oh, there we go. What the heck? I could have just went. I don't know where I'm going. I'm a little turned around. I think I just took a loop that I didn't need to take, because it said monthly and then visitors. Well, monthly is taking me all around the loop, and then the visitors just go right on out. All right, let me pause. I'll get it together. Night. All right, so we wrap today. Doesn't matter if we did the 8 hours, we get paid for 8 hours. You know, I'm like, if I'm not going to get overtime, I don't want to do in between time. Like, I don't want to do 9 hours. I don't want to do 9.5 hours. If we're not getting like some good overtime, let me go home. So being able to go home under the 8 hours to me is such a treat, and I appreciate it. Tomorrow we're back. We got called back, which we knew that we could possibly get called back. And tomorrow we're here again at 2 o'clock. What's great about a callback is I don't have to bring all the clothes that I brought today. All I have to do is wear what I already wore today, and show up again tomorrow kind of looking the same. So what I'll do is tomorrow I'll maybe record some other stuff, and then that'll be the day. All right, good night. Okay, so it is day 2 of working background on the same show as an FBI task force agent. Our call time is at 2 o'clock, which is great, so lovely, because it allows me to sleep in, which I was up at 7, and, you know, make a nice breakfast and then get some work done that I can't really get done while I'm on set, because I like to work on my big computer as opposed to my iPad. My laptop is really old, so it's heavy, so I try not to bring that. So I get to be free to get some things done before I leave. I start off with my breakfast as I usually do, because I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to not eat. So, you know, I did kind of like the same combination as yesterday. You know, chicken thigh, some salad. I always try to get some greens on the plate, an egg, a little toast, my tea. So yesterday I was a sweaty mess. I think the mental note here, the takeaway, is don't wear a silk blouse on set in the summertime. But I washed my shirt last night. It's dry, and I'm going to steam it so that I'm fresh for today. And now it's time to get ready. And it's so simple. I'm just wearing the same outfit. I don't have to bring a garment bag, what I brought yesterday. But what I will do is, because I was sweaty yesterday, I wished that I had a actual towel to like sop up and wipe away all the sweat. I was using paper towels. I was getting like little pieces of paper towel all over me. Today I am bringing a microfiber towel. I have to stress to you that everything you wore on the first day is the same thing that you need to wear the second day. Don't change your hair, don't change your glasses, make sure you have all the same jewelry, the shirt, well, you could change your underwear, shoes, socks, if they give you bags, whatever, everything has to match the day before because they've already filmed it. And even though you're shooting the second day, it's still the same day that they're shooting. All right, here we are. Whew. Today is much cooler. It is not scorching outside. Let's see if I can lift you up a little bit. So it is 1:27. My call time is at 2:18. Such an odd number. And I'm leaving early again today because no 2 days are the same. I think that's the lesson for this moment. Is just because I had a good day yesterday on set, it was smooth, everybody was kind, everything ran from where I stood according to their schedule. I can't expect the same thing today. And here's the reason why. Anything can happen in filmmaking. It's so unpredictable. There could be a different director today. Let me get this lighting right. That's what it is. There could be a different director today. There could be some technical difficulties. One of the crew members, one of the cast members could come in with maybe something happened in their family, so they're grumpy today. Like, anything can throw off the mechanics of a television or film set. So always know that what happened yesterday or what happened last time you were on the set is not going to happen today on the set. So one thing I will say is that with this cast and crew, everyone was lovely. And I really feel like that comes from the top up. So I would bet that that's going to continue to be the same, is that they're decent people, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I am heading there now. 218 call. I know where I'm going. Oh, also, I can hit traffic. It could be a car accident in front of me that stalls everybody out for 45 minutes. All right, enough about what can happen. See? Anything can happen. Unexpected things can happen. All right, so there was a few things I wanted to touch on my drive there. Okay, so the first is, how did I get the job? I got this job through Central Casting. Central Casting is probably the number one organization for casting background extras. I think they are at now 100 years, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's true. But they are the main place where productions go for background extras. It's a whole process to get accepted or to sign up, and I would just defer and tell you to go to Central Casting and check it out for yourself. There's definitely an office in LA, in New York, I believe in Atlanta, I'm not really sure, but just go to their website and you'll be able to see all of the places where they have main offices and the places where they service. But I'm not sure what states, right? Just check it out for yourself. Anyway, so I got the job through Central Casting, and brass tacks, I've been on and off with Central Casting since I moved to LA in 2005. Whenever the economy is bad and I'm not working, I will go and reinstate my profile with Central Casting. So I don't know what the process is from start to finish, because it's totally different the way they do it now. Everything's done online, where before you would have to go in person, which is a whole other ordeal that I'm so glad they do everything online now. It's just so much better. Am I going the right way? See, already I'm talking. You know what? Let me talk to you later, because I need to pay attention to parking. I need to pay attention to driving. I've already went the wrong way.